The Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slow Book Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross stitch.
One stitch at a time. It's Monday, January 10th,
2022.
2022. I'm already ready for 2022 to chill. Just saying. Yeah. How's y'all's week been? How was your week?
I'm actually glad I'm done with my on-site. Today's the last day I'm on site for the rest of the month. Oh my god, thank you. I get to sleep in an extra hour.
I don't know. I'm weird.
That would be a bus.
Oh, I'm so tired. I don't know why I'm so tired. Well, I hope you all had a good week. Things here were good and calm. And, oh, I didn't tell you this part. I have received text messages from my brother, who's in Disney this week. I've received text messages from my brother. Pictures of the Beauty and the Beast castle. And then there was a picture of... I literally was just walking around and it's yelling at me to walk around. And then there were pictures of... He sent me a picture of one of the actors as Belle. He's like, look, I found Belle. I'm like, dude, you suck. Because I don't get to see Belle. Not that I really have a desire to go to Disney.
By the way, you saw Belle plenty of times when you wore the dress.
Oh, this is true.
And you've cross-stitched 5 of them.
Yes. And apparently from one of the things that they've already done, they got there yesterday, they've already done a bunch of stuff. One of the things they've already done, they've got pictures of the girls with Belle. But I didn't get those pictures yet.
I would not be surprised if those were in a card form given to you as a present from the little girls.
I don't know. Apparently my sister-in-law took those pictures. Regardless. My brother's having fun this week in Disney. So I hope everybody else is having a good week. And is staying safe. So, yeah. That's all the intro I've got. Oh my god. The brain is not firing on all cylinders apparently right now.
Oh, is that the backfiring I'm hearing?
I don't know what my problem is at the moment. So why don't we shout out our commenters?
Outside?
Since it is cold. It's like...
And dark. Hey, I drove through a small blizzard.
And it's, yeah, it's cold and it's windy and it's like snowing, those super light snowflakes that don't actually attach to anything.
They're just like your little brother that does the "I'm not touching you" thing. It's just enough to annoy you, but not enough to actually do anything. Kind of snow.
It is 22 degrees and it feels like it's 14 out there. So it's cold. I'm just gonna... It's too cold to do anything. I'm just gonna stay in and stitch. I went to my stitching day today, though. So, alright, why don't we shout out our commenters?
Hi, y'all, what's up? Tracy, Angie, Juanita, Anna, Bridget, Teresa, Susie Q, and Lynn.
Thank you guys for commenting.
I love Chinese food, by the way.
Yes. Why are we not eating as much Chinese food, Teresa? Do you eat too much? Because I probably do. I love Chinese food. Unfortunately, the Mexican place is no longer, like, en route home for Joe, or we would be doing Taco Tuesday takeout, like we used to. That face.
Yes, it is.
It takes longer for you to get home.
It took me an extra 20 minutes to get home either way.
We haven't tried the Mexican place in town. Maybe we should try the Mexican place in town for takeout.
Okay. If I go look at me funny when I'm like, can I get tacos? Can I get real tacos and not...
Taco. Look, there's something wrong with me. And my shirt says y'all need Jesus, by the way. Because somebody's going to ask. Somebody's be like, what's your shirt say? Y'all need Jesus. Alright, well, why don't we move on to whips? Since I'm just babbling at this point.
And I'm just sitting here not saying a dang thing.
Save me from myself.
Okay.
Whips. What I live with, y'all.
And it was not false advertising. She knew exactly what she was getting into, and she said yes all 3 times.
He's not wrong.
To go out, engage, and married all 3 times. She knew how crazy I was beforehand. So no complaining.
Anyways.
I stitched on ink circles, squirrels of Sumatra. And for some reason, I decided to make them from another planet because it's blue. But I gotta go back here. I did about here to there, and then did there. So I've already gotten a decent amount done.
And that is on 16 count.
Heirloom, I believe. Or was it? Yeah, heirloom.
It's heirloom.
What? Hand dyed by this lovely lady.
Thanks. Alright, so, well, let's get into this pile. So, New Year's Eve started the new challenges for Daily 30. What I am going to do this year, since I'm kind of just going, I'm stitching on this today, and does it fit, or am I doing alternative stitches? We'll talk about the challenges after I stitch. Alright, so, in addition to the weekly challenges, well, on the weekly challenges, in addition to the 5 prompts, the Daily 30, there's a new component to it to work on a series or a SAL. So a series, i.e. something that was released on a regular schedule, or a SAL, something that has an Instagram hashtag. So for my series, I selected for Snowman Week, I selected Tale as Old as Time. I also did this for a prompt that needed something that you could tie to a book, film, theater, or a game. Beauty and the Beast is based on a book. And there's a theatrical production. There are also multiple Beauty and the Beast games on the App Store. I just kind of somehow managed to hit all 4 of them with one thing. Talent.
You know what? You want to know my response would have been? Beauty and the Beast, because Disney.
Because Disney, yes. I did 520 stitches on this, and the outline is almost complete, as you can see. That makes me happy. I am at least 3 rooms behind. I think I'm 4 at this point. I'll get it done. I have decided that I am going to actually pull out my Peppermint Purple SAL for that, because I have a really hard time working it into challenges because it's just sort of backstitch designs. So I'm actually going to pull out Peppermint Purple and work on that for the SAL prompt. I think that would be the most beneficial. Okay. So then,
do I ask questions about Daily 30 now or during plans?
Plans.
Okay.
So then, found the cover show photo for it. My largest whip, and something that I could tie into spring because there's flowers on this, and flowers bloom in spring. And this is kind of a tie with my Tilton Crafts full coverage R1 and R1 for largest. So I grabbed that to work on. Tale as Old as Time is stitched on a random fabric that I found in my stash that I don't know what the count is and I don't know what color is. I think it's 16 count, but even that could be wrong. There we go. All right, so One Nation is stitched on a piece of 28 count Dirt Road by the Slovak Farm. And I'm almost done with that bottom row, bottom white stripe. I know my white stripes are really hard to see. Which is weird because they show up really well in person. So I did Missouri, Arkansas, and Michigan, and there's one more. I think there's one more on there. There's not two. So that was a total of 459 stitches for those two prompts because it was a 200 stitch count week. We're folding, and we're folding, and we're folding. Sorry, we fold things up and put them away around here because otherwise I'd get super confused. Flip book. Okay, so then
The other Facebook.
yes, there was a prompt for something that you could tie into teamwork or that required teamwork. And you could use something where like part of it was a gift or part of it was acquired for you by someone. So the chart and the flosses for Shannon Christine's Bell were a gift. So I did my stitches. I did my stitches on that.
I just said something funny.
What?
There's also the fact there's no way she got in that dress by herself.
There's no way she got in that dress by herself. I did 303 stitches on this because apparently I decided to not stop counting. So, which side? This side. This side is where my stitches were. In case you're wondering, I have a yellow strip across the bottom and then all of this in a white. This is on a 28 count hand-dyed by the Slovak Farm black ice. I loves it.
It is very pretty fabric.
I loves it. Thank you. Thanks. Okay. And that wrapped up my stitches for the weeklies. So then I moved on to the monthlies, and this weekend was the March Mayhem 2022 Start All the Projects weekend, where we started a bunch of new stuff. So I went ahead and started my Mill Hill Button and Beads kit.
Cute.
It's adorable. Holding this perforated paper was a pain in my butt. But I did 1,014 stitches on this.
Wow.
Wow.
1,000.
Yes, I did 1,014 stitches on this. I did this for my daily 30. That's why I did 303 stitches on Belt. I did it for my daily 30 for the new week. So this was one of my daily 30s. No, I didn't. This was one of my daily 30s. Yes, I did. I don't know what the flip I did.
The book?
But I know that this was one of my daily 30-minute projects. And then 5 of the 10 monthlies this month are to make your own resolution, tie your project into it. So I did a bunch of those. I think I did 3 or 4 of those with this. I think I did 3 with that. So there we go. And then I need to do my daily 30 for today. And then I don't know where our cover photo is. The cover photo's somewhere back there behind the computer, and I'm not gonna get up and dig it out.
Okay.
I pulled out for my Focus Saturday, or my Focus Sunday. I pulled out Raven Queen for this week. And I did 402 stitches on this. This was a daily 30-minute prompt. And also a monthly. One of the create your own. No. This was how you organize your stash. Pick any whip and tell you how you organize your stash monthly. Prompt. I did 402 stitches, obviously all up here in her column.
Oh, I just started something. Talking.
What?
How do I organize my stash? My wife does it for me.
Basically. True story, my stash is not super well organized. We have everything, all the project bags with whips in a chest on this floor, so we can kind of grab and go. But then, like, fabrics in a bin, patterns are in an accordion folder, floss is in a bin, because all of my organization is on hold until we get the house painted, which I'm going to have to call somebody to paint our house.
Which means we actually need to call the electrician and see what he can get in. Because that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting on the electrician in order to get the house painted.
Mm-hmm. So that has been my stitching for the week. Okay, so my shawl, something was wrong with the shawl I was crocheting, and I don't know what I was doing wrong. I do actually think I know what I was doing wrong. I think the directions I was following left out a part. Looking at other versions of the shawl that I was crocheting, there was a step missing.
So your luck springs again.
Yeah, so my luck springs again. So I pulled it all apart, and I was going to restart the granny square triangle shawl, but then I found a couple rectangle shawls that I thought were quite cute. So I decided to try my hand at a rectangle one. A little bit easier to grasp with straight back and forth. I just dropped my hook. So here we have the restart. And yes, it's a little wavy, wobbly. I think it's just going to be slightly wavy, wobbly, but the way the stitch actually goes in is part of that as well. I don't know where the hook was. I found the hook.
Yeah, there's no way I was getting that hook without clobbering you.
That's okay. So, you know.
Trust me, you do not want us colliding because it's a lot of apologizing for me and crying from her.
True story.
Concrete.
The way I figure it, if I decide that this is not, because it's this way. So, I'm crocheting, you know. This is top to bottom. I decided if I get it all done and I decide I would like it a little bit bigger or something, I actually have another skein of the same yarn that I'm using, and I can just crochet a second one and join them and make like a poncho. Just join the shoulders up a little bit and make a poncho. That would be a good idea. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it works out a little bit better than the other one that I was working on. And then I didn't show you guys this. New Year's Eve, I got my wings project that we were stitching on. My round robin back for Juanita.
Sorry.
That's okay. So there is my wings. And it says, in the midst of change, may you find wings you never knew you had. Because my stitching is really light, or my words are the light color. It's hard to see. So I need to put my initials on the very top and then FFO it. But it is a finish. So that has been the stitching for the week. That has been the stitching for the week.
Yay!
Yay! I have a little bit of fall.
Okay.
Like one thing. Okay, so my one thing of haul is Juanita passed the stash to me. This is Lizzie Kate's Dear Santa, I've been good. It says, Dear Santa, I've been good all year. Okay, most of the time, once in a while, forget it, I'll buy my own presents. And then there's a second one that says, Naughty Nice, I tried. I think it's super cute, and Juanita passed the stash to me, so I will be stitching this at some point. Don't know when, but I'll be stitching it at some point. And that is my 30 seconds of haul. 40 seconds.
Beep, beep.
Plans and announcements.
Okay, I got a question about your the part of a series thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to stitch all of the series, and can it be a different? Can it be like the alphabet series you see, or the monthly series that you see, or does it have to be all part of one project?
Okay. So it is part of a series. Something that's released on a schedule. So Tale as Old as Time, the frame was released, the rooms are released on a schedule. Peppermint Purple, the black work cell that I'm working on, the frame was released, the blocks were released on a weekly schedule. Fall on the Farm that I'm working on from Little House Needlework, the charts are released on a set schedule. The Nutcracker series that Country Cottage Sampling is releasing, charts are released on a schedule. The Into the Woods series that Cottage Garden Sampling is releasing this year, charts are released on a schedule. That's a series.
But you don't have to do all of it, though. That's what I'm asking. You know, like if you like,
No.
That's because like I'm thinking of like the monthly ones. They had a couple of the monthly ones I thought were cute. I can't remember these. There was one like they had like the beach art with the lightning bugs in it for June.
Oh, the jar ones from Hands On that I never finished, or the chalk ones.
Yeah, some of the
that I
chalkboard ones.
That I had some of and I never finished from Hands On.
Yeah, I was just making sure you didn't need to do all of the series, like because I know like when you're doing like the Sals with the outline, you kind of want to do all of it, but like
Right.
if you're doing a series that's A, B, like every month that one comes out, well, I only want to do this month.
Right. So like if I wanted to do Fall on the Farm and I only want if I'm only doing one or two of the Fall on the Farm, technically it's still a series, so it qualifies. As far as a hashtag, it just has to be something that we can search, like the name of the chart. Fall on the Farm, that's a hashtag. Hashtag Fall on the Farm, that's allowable. Hashtag, you know, Dear Santa, I've been good. That would work. You just can't do the designer name. So you can't do like hashtag Lizzie Kate or hashtag in ink circles.
I smart butt would do hashtag Sumatra.
You can do hashtag Spooky House if you're doing something that's titled Spooky House. You know. I'm pretty sure of Sumatra might actually be a hashtag because there's several of the of Sumatra patterns. There's dragons, there's forest, there's squirrels.
That's the only ones I know so far.
I don't know off the top of my head.
No, those are the only three.
Okay, so that's how it works for the series or a Sal.
I was just checking, and I figured if I'm thinking about it, somebody else is thinking about it.
Right.
Okay, next level of crazy.
What's your next level of crazy?
that was my segue to the next
Oh,
part.
that was a segue too. We're going to talk about planning the weekly. So this week is Game of Thrones week. I'm not a Game of Thrones fan, so I'm not hugely excited, but I can find stuff. So the first prompt is to stitch on a whip from a series, or that is tied to the number 5, 7, 8, or 9. It's got something to do with how the books were released, how the TV series versus the books was. I didn't really remember off the top of my head.
I could actually do Zelda map to that one.
But be sure to explain your answer.
Yeah, because you had to rescue 7 maidens.
There you go. What was the one Beth Ann wanted to do? Reading time, I think was the name of it. It's a Randall Spangler. Hayden, she was like, well, I don't know how to, and I'm like, how many animals are on it? And it was, I don't remember if it was 8 or 9 animals, but I was like, there you go. Pointed fifths from Long Dog would work because fifth, 5 is in the title. I don't know what I'm going to do for that. I may work on my Peppermint Purple for that because that was part of a series.
Okay.
Okay, stitch on a winter whip. Stitch on a winter whip. Yes, we just did this last week. Bonus tokens if you use the same winter whip from Snowman Week in prompt 2 for your winter whip. Look, I'm going to take that softball. I am. 5 tokens for...
Not having to think?
No, I'm a liar. Because it's 4 tokens for the base prompt and 3 bonus tokens. So that's what, 7? I'm going to take that softball. I'm going to take that softball.
Next.
Okay, so, the next one is to stitch on a whip that has an animal from the house banners on it. Do I need to read through all the house banners? Yes, I do.
No, you don't have to if you don't
Dragon, want to. Lion, wolf, fish, kraken, stag, or a bird. I have several birds. A bird. A bird. A bird is the word. Okay, so I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, that's definitely other stitches.
That's, yeah, that might be alternative for you. Stitch on all red floss. Can you guess what they're referring to with that prompt? I've already done my stitches for that. You'll see it next week.
Okay.
Stitch on a whip that did not go according to plan.
That one's easy for me.
Take your pick, because I've got lots of whips that have mistakes in them.
You know what's funny? I'd actually pick up Liberty Angel. I meant to have this finished a while ago. Whoops.
Literally, I could just pick anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then stitch on a whip with your choice. Stitch on a whip of your choice and your own needle to stick it with the pointy end. And then there's bonus if you take it with Game of Thrones playing in the background. So basically that's stitch on whatever you want. And then we are on the non-counting.
Okay, yeah, but this would just be one of those weeks where most of my stuff would be alternative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I purposely didn't choose red for squirrels because dragons was all red, and I want to complement, not copy.
Yes. Yes. So that's like, and like I said, I'm just kind of going, okay, this is what I feel like stitching on right now. Does it fit a prompt? No, I'm going to do alternatives. Because that's just how I feel doing it. So that's my plan. Good grief, that was a good one, Gus. I did start one of my letters of the month projects because my X is a new start. It's an ornament from 2021's ornament issue of Just Cross Stitch. So, and that is a work on it by day project, work on it days project. So I'll get my 1 day of stitching in on it and move along. I might stitch on it longer than a day. And actually, if I do peppermint purple for a couple of the prompts, that would take care of Whip Go call number 19, because that is what 19 is. So I think that's a good plan. All right. I guess. Did I put peppermint purple on my letters of the month? I don't think I did. No, I did not.
Okay.
That's it for this week. So why don't we do the YouTube spiel?
Like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, thingy me Bobby, share if you want. Go, hey y'all, what's up?
Hey y'all, what's up?
You know, all that YouTube stuff.
Alright, gang. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.